Hello, good evening, everyone. This is Chance, and I'm here for our weekly webinar. And I want to just extend a warm welcome. This is our second webinar for the new year. So, those of you who are here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Chance, U.S. Navy veteran, #1 bestselling author, implementation strategist. And I'm here, I'm the founder of Strategic Secrets University Monetize Your Skills Academy. This is a community of like-minded professionals, entrepreneurs, and ministry leaders. And we pretty much share how we can take our knowledge, gifts, and expertise and be able to share them online. And so every single week we get on Thursdays at 7 p.m. It might change in the future, but we've been doing that for the past 2 years. And so we want you to be part of this growing, thriving community so you can take your gifts, your knowledge, your education, expertise, and leverage them to be able to touch as many lives as possible. So you're in the right place. And so we're going to give a few moments to do some customary checks when we get on here. Make sure that you can see and hear clearly tonight. If you're on your note-taking device, please make sure that you have something where you can, if you want to write on the side, if you just want to watch it, then that's fine as well. A few more housekeeping. If you want to introduce yourself, do that. If you have any questions, you can always send them to me at chance@strategicsecrets.com. Post them right here, or whatever else you want to do, just contact us at our website, strategicsecrets.com. So I'm just going to check on my phone real quick. So I see some folks coming on. So I'm going to give you a few moments to get on while I check my phone here, make sure all is good to go. Okay, 1 second here. So we have an interesting topic to cover tonight. I think it's going to be one that's going to bless you. By the way, another thing I want to do is if you do have special topics that you would like us to cover in this new year, topics that are relevant just for you, if we have multiple people asking about those things, then we will cover them here. So I want to make sure that whatever we do, it is relevant, it is applicable to you, but make sure it's more on the line of practical stuff that you can actually do, implement to take your ministry, your business, or whatever to the next level in terms of online. Otherwise, most of the other things I'm sure you can probably find by just searching on Google or go online and so forth. But we want to deal here with the relevant practical stuff. That's why we're here. Okay. So tonight we're going to talk about blogging already. A couple of weeks ago, when I shared with you what we normally do for finishing out the year strong, I kind of shared with you that, in 2019, we cut back a little bit on blogging, but blogging, we're getting back to it because blogging was actually one of the key things that helped our community to grow and thrive in previous years. And so we want to get back to doing more of that in 2020. And the reason we sidestep, of course, because we were experimenting on funnels, we had redesigned our website and so forth. So we were just going in a couple of different directions there for last year. And of course, it's always good to implement, but we want to implement the things that work, right? Implement the things that work. Okay. Now, I must tell you this. I do have quite a few slides, well, not slides, but I'm going to share with you a couple of websites so you can see what I'm talking about. If by chance, because it takes up a lot of bandwidth, so just hear me out here. If by chance you have to, or it breaks or crashes, as you know, we have technical problems sometimes. Don't worry, in the replay, I'll upload a new video. I'll go over this and record it, but I'm here live, right? It's actually live. Right now, it is 7:05 p.m. On the 9th of January. So that's what I'm looking at right there. So you don't have to worry. This is live. So we just say normally whatever happens live, if it doesn't go good or if we lose connection, anything like those things happen, there's an emergency. Generally, we'll download the video, we'll edit it. So if while I'm transitioning from one website to the next and it's kind of not showing well, then have no fear. I will edit it and I will actually put those things for you on the replay. Okay, before I get into it, if there are any questions concerning blogging, setting up a blog, those basics. I'm going to go over the effective approaches, the methodologies to blogging. So I'm not getting into the basics of setting up a blog and whatnot. But if you do have question on that, let me know. I can send you some training and some other links to do that. If you have not had a website, if this is the first time setting up a blog, then pretty much when you do that through whether it's maybe GoDaddy or it is Bluehost and so forth, they normally install WordPress for you right off the bat, so you can actually have a template to start with. So it's really not that difficult. So I'll mention as we go along a couple of softwares that I recommend, but we've done training on some of these before. The same software you use to make your websites are the same ones pretty much for blogging, right? Blogging is just pretty much almost like a category, bunch of pages under there, okay? So any specific problems, questions, do let me know. I want to solicit your prayers. There's a lot of stuff going on. Pray for our folks and friends in Australia. No doubt you've seen a lot of fires recently that were happening. Then also, I want you to pray for Puerto Rico. You know, my wife is original from Puerto Rico. I lived in Puerto Rico for quite a while, and we have some church members who are from Puerto Rico. And one of our faithful viewers every week, I'm not seeing her on here this evening, but she is there currently with her husband, Melissa. And so, Melissa, know that we are praying for you and we hope all goes well with you there in Puerto Rico. Okay, so tonight, our training is all about how to blog effectively in 2020 for income and impact. Two things. You want to be able to share your message with the world through blogging. Blogging is like a modern day having a newspaper. So many of the physical, tangible things that we do today, they have the online counterpart. So if you have your regular brick and mortar store, then of course you have your online e-commerce store. If you are dealing with news and updates and articles and magazines, that pretty much can become a blog, an e-zine, or something along those lines. Podcasting is the new radio, videos, streaming and so forth is like your new, your television counterpart. Okay, regular print advertising now has become digital advertising, digital marketing through the different channels, of course. So the same strategies that you use generally in the brick and mortar physical system, you technically are doing them online, but of course, online has its own things that we need to be, taken into consideration. But nonetheless, the principles in general are the same. So what is a blog? A blog is pretty much like your diary. Your blog is like a magazine of sort or your news outlet where you can share with people thoughts, ideas, strategies, any type of content related to what you're doing. So whether you're in ministry, business, nonprofit, anything, you should have a blog that educates people on what it is that you do. If, for example, you are in the health space, I would expect that you have blog posts, little articles about different aspects or different things about health. I'll share with you some of those from my own website in just a moment. If you are, just say, for example, you have a charity that deals with abused and battered men or women, then you will have stuff about that, how to combat, how to identify abuse, how to do these different things and whatnot. So any content that will help your potential customer, client, donor, supporter, follower, whatever have you. It is a great way to actually grow your following, because the more relevant your content is to people, the more they want to follow you, the more they will like and share it. But I'm going to share with you as well some of the things and strategies that most people don't do in terms of monetization. So when you get that following going, you want to be able to monetize your blog as much as possible. So a blog, again, it can be any of those simple things. You share your thoughts, you share your expertise, and you can even invite others when it comes to blogging on your platform. So you don't have to do all the blogging yourself. You can invite guests and so forth, but make sure that their posts are relevant to your community and in line and in harmony or complements what it is that you're already doing. A couple rules on blogging: you should blog consistently. Most people, you go to the website, and I know of course everybody gets busy, but that's why before you want to commit early in 2020. How often will you blog? Whether it's once a week, twice a week, it is better to do even once a week consistently than to say you're doing it several times and keep missing. So like we do, for example, these these webinars once a week, we can keep up with that schedule. If we were doing them 3 times a week, then that would be probably would not be able to keep that schedule, because your clients, your customers, your followers, your supporters, your donors, those who are in your tribe and in your community expect regular content from you. And when they see this regularity and consistency going on, they tend to trust you more. But not only that, but they look forward to it. Kind of like here, Thursdays, you pretty much know by now, hey, Chance is going to be on at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. And so he's been on consistently for the past 2 years. So therefore, we can expect material coming from him. And so you look forward to the training. So again, those are some housekeeping on that. You want to have a minimum, I would say nowadays they're long and they're short, but you want to have about 300 words, 600, 900, 1200 words maximum for most blog posts today. But generally, the minimum that we see, and even some of your SEO, search engine optimization plugins for blogging, which will help you to blog better, they normally give you these like grades. So if you, for example, if you are setting up a blog in WordPress, generally, and you have Yoast SEO plugin, for example, it will tell you you don't have enough words. If you have 250, for example, it might give you a red mark noting that, hey, you need to add some more words. When you have 300, it might change to orange. If you have over 500, 600, it might change to green. Now that's where you want to be. So generally, I like to, I do all of them. And there are some longer posts, though, those are also good. Now, people say many people are not reading these days, but yes and no. It all depends on what the content is. If it's good, people want to read it. But generally, these days, too, the more content you have, the more words you have, is also better, because you also keep people a bit longer on your website, and you can also, promote other and more things. So that's something you want to keep in mind. So again, regular schedule. So you want to set at least once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. I probably wouldn't do more than 3 times a week. So 1 or 2 times a week. You can have different themes and so forth. But be consistent. Whatever the schedule you pick, make sure you're consistent. The number of words you need to have about 300, 600, 900, or 1200. So increments of 300, 300, 600, 900, 1200 words. Probably don't want to do more than that, but it's all up to you. Again, everything is relative these days. The good thing about all of this, again, the more you blog is the more content you have for other things, and vice versa, because we talk about repurposing content. If you've already written a book, those book chapters can become, content for your blog, and vice versa. If you've written several blog posts, let's say you've written 100 blog posts, those can also now become chapters in a book. So you see how they work interchangeably. And so I want you to keep that in mind. If you do videos, and videos are better, those are some of the mashup. We call that mashup. You can do combo, a combination of different things. You can have audio, video, and text on your blog as well. So let's say, for example, I'm recording this. I can get my voice transcribed, what I've said for this training, put it right below my blog, on my blog page. Then I have the video. I can strip the audio out of it. Just click export when you're editing. You click export audio or export video. And then you have all of those elements. So you have multiple learning modalities. People are reading it, they're seeing it, they're hearing it, and so forth and whatnot. And that will be a wonderful experience. So if possible, I would like, as you get better, so just start with words for right now, but as you get better, I would encourage you to put all three of those. So you see people do that with their blog podcast. So again, they normally put the podcast in a blog post, even though it's a podcast for people to listen. But then they have a text as well, which is generally a transcript of what you are hearing, and then we have videos as well to go along with that. So you can speak generally faster than you can write. So that's why it's another easy route of getting content. Because sometimes we're like, oh, I don't have enough content. Trust me, you have a lot of content. So like, again, we've done, let's just say in 1 year, technically, let's say we keep every schedule of weekly programmings. Of course, sometimes there are holidays, we on vacation. So sometimes you might miss 1 or 2, but if there are 52 weeks in a year, let's just say even 45. So those are 45 videos a year that we will do. But here's the thing. Some of the videos are an hour long, so we can do it in 2 or 3 segments, even, right? So imagine if I transcribe all of that, that's more content. You want a lot of content on the web because Google will find you better, people will find you better. And not only that, but the more your content is out there, when people are searching, all of these different things you've done comes up. Now it promotes your other products, it promotes your other services, and all these different things that you have going on. So again, it's kind of like they all support one another. Okay, don't worry, I'm getting into the I'm going to show you some examples and break it down while I am showing you those pages. So I think that's about it. If you're a total newbie, again, just think, don't get confused by blogs or anything. If you're totally newbie, just type in Google what is a blog. But pretty much it's your website. But it's a category on your website that creates consistent content, again, on a weekly schedule or whatever it may be, that you share regular updates with your people and so forth. Call it even a newsletter if you like, whatever, makes you comfortable. But just know that you create regular content and you give them action steps, and it leads to other things in your ministry, your business, nonprofit, whatever you have. You want to kind of connect them all. If you need setup, again, when you create your website, it's pretty much a one-click install for most web service, domain providers. They normally have all of those in there. You click one button, it installs WordPress. That's the basic now. There's even WordPress free if you want to do blogging, and we have Blogspot as well from Google, which is also free, and that helps you in your SEO optimization because Google, Google is the number one out there pretty much when it comes to search engine. So that will help you, even technically in some aspects, which I think in a future prediction, if Facebook keeps up its image and so forth and its hold in the world, then I think eventually more and more people will even be using that platform for their blogging, because many people use Facebook technically as their website as well. I don't like depending entirely on any outside platform because you always want to have your home base. Today, tomorrow, Google, Facebook change their algorithm, they kick you off. Think of those other platforms like paying rent, okay? You're renting space. So you always want to have your own home base that people can always come back to. Even if you are primarily using Google, Facebook, or anything like that, you always want to have a home base where you can come back and bring people to your house, as it were. So never, do it out having a website, a web page, or blog or something like that. Always have it, even if you're not using it right now, but keep it in your quiver. Okay. Alrighty. So let's get into a couple of examples here. And again, any questions, you can always feel free. So I'm going to share my screen. It might look a little bit funny here as we go along, but just bear with me. Okay, share screen. Let me see what we're going to share here. I'm going to share the entire, should I share my entire screen? Let's see. Alrighty. I want to make sure that you're seeing me here. Give me a one or something. Make sure you're seeing me. I'm sharing my entire screen. Let me log in here. Oh, we seeing black. Why are we seeing black? Okay. Okay, stop sharing. All right, let's come back on screen here. For some reason, you are not seeing my screen. Okay, let's go back to try the application window. Alrighty, so let's look at my website real quick. This is a web page that I shared just today. This is my latest blog post. Well, not just today, but this is my latest blog post. Okay, my blog website again is blog.strategicsecrets.com. So make sure that you're seeing that, folks. Before I go forward, I would love to make sure that you're seeing it. Okay, let's see here. Pardon the seeming delay here, folks. Want to make sure that we are seeing this good. Okay, I think you are seeing it. Okay, good. I have it on my phone here. I think we're good. Alrighty, so now let's look at a couple of these elements. Make sure you're hearing too. Okay, I think you are seeing it. Okay, good. I have it on my phone here. I think we're good. Alrighty, so on the top right here, you see I have an image. The blog title is entitled Eating Healthy in 2020. And there you see a picture that represents eating healthy, right? So make sure you always have a picture that connotes what you are talking about in your blog post. So this one, I'm highlighting the aspect of health. Okay, so you have a picture here, and then I'm going to scroll all the way down. Don't worry, but I'm going to just kind of reveal to you all of the different elements. So as I scroll down, you can see here we have one, two, three paragraphs here. Then it's kind of a quotation. I have some bold headline. If I keep going down, you see me sharing another book. Then what else we have here? So this blog post is roughly, I would say, about maybe 700-800 words. Okay, maybe 700-800 words. That's what this blog post has in it. Now, okay, let me go back up. So I'm going to bring out the elements. Okay, so you can see what you need to do when it comes to doing your blog post. So again, bold headline. Right under this headline right here, I could have put maybe a banner. That banner could link to something else. It could be a banner that talks about your course in health or something like that, or download a free PDF. Because I'm telling you two things here, right? How to grow your list as well, make an impact, but also to make income. So now here we've covered quite a bit on this blog post about health and wellness. So this is a link that can take them to other blog posts that I've made in relation to healthy living. So with that, that can keep, right? That can keep the person on my website just a little bit longer. Okay. Now, as I come down here, okay, you see I have another link, so you can link other references, and those, when they click on this, I don't really, some people, when you link something like this that is referencing another website, always have the link open up in a new page. Don't let them open up in the same page. Why? Because that means they're going to be taken off of your website. So even if they go over to the other side, but at least your site is still on their page, they'll have to actively close out your web page to go to the other one. So what I'm saying is, when I click on, for example, Ecclesiastes 9:7, it's going to open up a new window. It's not going to open up in this same window where my stuff disappears. Okay. Then now you notice here, so since I'm talking about healthy living, right, eating healthy, then I'm recommending a health book right here. So this is subliminal, but technically it is part of the blog post, because I'm saying now, how about trying, I'm talking about eating healthy. So here's a cookbook that will help you to create some fresh, new, tasty recipes so you can eat healthier. So, and again, it's a healthy living, right? Notice it says eat healthy or enjoy healthy comida criolla, or Creole cuisine without sacrificing taste. So if they click on that, it takes them now to be able to get this book. This is the monetization aspect, right? So it's not just information, but it's also helping the people to be educated on this particular topic and offering them something. But it's not like, hey, just buy my book. It is, I'm giving you some principles and guidelines and education. And so therefore it is selling without selling. Let's just put it something along those lines. Okay. So they have contents here, which pretty much you'll find the same thing here on Amazon if folks went over there. And then I'm recommending another product as well in relation. But notice again, they're all about what? Food, because I'm saying how to eat healthy. So we don't want to, you want to promote stuff that is similar and not something totally off, okay? Generally speaking. So here we have another book that's, okay, you may not like this type of stuff, but hey, here's something else to add flavor to your kitchen in the new year, delicious Caribbean recipes, so they can get that. Again, if they click on that, it takes them to be able to purchase this book. You can link to Amazon if you have something on Amazon, or right here, this links to our store itself where they can buy it. Down at the end here now, so I'm closing off. For more great tips, search here. So now they're finished. Let's just say they get down here, they're finished. I offered something now to take the next step. What's the next action you want them to take? So they can either stay on my page, or here are some other articles that I recommend. And I'm going to open up a few of these. So another article you can check out: 7 healthy breakfast ideas for easy weight loss, hope, health, and healing power, try natural vegetarian diet to lose weight, 7 things to do every day, and 10 food hacks for achievers. So with that, what am I doing here now? I'm keeping them longer on my stuff, but I'm also sharing more resources with them and leading them to something else. Now, at the end of every blog post, as much as possible, what we want to do is collect email addresses. So you see all the things that are at play here in this one blog post. So when people come to your site, you don't know where they're coming from. Someone might have shared it, but again, you want to be able to know what? Grow your list. So this is a form of growing your following, because when people opt in on your email list, now you're growing your database. Now you're able to follow up with them and offer them other products, programs, and services. So right here at the end of this, now I'm saying, hey, if you want to, join our weekly insight, get it delivered to your inbox, put your name and email there. So this can be any type of, opt-in form. So we call this an opt-in form. So again, you can say, hey, sign up for my newsletter, or even a training. This could have been something like, hey, check my food webinar, for example. I have a food webinar, and because it's related to the topic or the title of the presentation, of the blog post, okay? Then another element, notice this, share it. So you want to put some share buttons below there. So now they can click right here, share it to Facebook, share it to Twitter, Pinterest, and other things like that. Okay, they can email it. That helps with your stuff now being able to go viral. Then I have related posts. So again, I'm giving them options, because you normally see this on most web pages, and like magazine pages and those type of stuff like that. You go to the Washington Post, you go to New York Times and so forth, Forbes magazine, they have these things at the bottom. So these are related posts based on what they've just read. Or over here on the side, you can also have other things that you are promoting. So these are now my most recent posts. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, my 5 most recent posts that they can check out on the side over here. This is the right hand side. Then I go up just a bit. Here I have recommended again some of my other products, programs, and services. If you want to publish your book, you can get my book Strategic Secret, enroll and monetize your skills, take prayer that move heaven masterclass, and so forth. You don't have to do all of this, but I'm showing you different elements of how you grow your following, monetize it all in one. Then now here I have, for example, join our Facebook thing, like our Facebook page. So I don't have to send them off of Facebook right away, but I can just click right here and voila, and they're able to like the page. Then up here is another opportunity for them to be able to join your mailing list, get a free gift, put your name and email here, and now when they click on that, they're able to join my email list. So does that make sense? Does that make sense? I'm going to share with you now another one. So this now is where I'm promoting pretty much my own product. So notice I've educated my folks. I have text written, okay, about, like I said, this is probably between, I want to say, let's just say 7 to 800, 900 words. But I know for sure it's more than 600 words. So this roughly is about between that time frame. So I have products of my own that I'm sharing, but let me show you how you can also now make something on other people's products as well. You can be promoting other people's products. So I'm sharing links to other related topics on my website, so I'm keeping them longer on my website. I also, you want to be fair too. If you are referencing something, you can put a link to that for an external site. But again, for all external site, make sure that the link opens up in a new web page and not in the page that the people are actively on. Alrighty, so let me share with you another one. 7 things to do every day. 7 things to do every day. Okay, let me see if you are able to see this page. Okay, so this is another blog post. This one was a while ago, but notice the elements here again. So now, same thing. We have a nice picture to represent. So you can go to Canva, by the way, canva.com, get a lot of free pictures and images there and create banners for your, for featured images or banners for your blogs. Okay, so you want to do that. There's Pixabay where you can get free stuff as well. So make sure, by the way, make sure this is crucial. Make sure that the pictures, the images that you're using on your blog are yours, that you have the right to use them. Now, if you're promoting someone else's product, then of course, they should probably be able to understand that. But we talk about the featured image like this one, because you can get into a debacle if you use a copyright image that does not belong to you. And I'm telling you this because I learned from the hard way. Now, I understand copywriting. I've written books, but I even thought at one point I was using an image that was in the public domain because it was from a public news website. And they even cited there as well, public domain. But then when I used that image and I had it on my website for just a little bit, I wasn't even actually making any money from it, but it was just something funny that I was actually writing about. And then lo and behold, someone contacted me, and I mean, I thought they were just trying to hassle me with money. And then I had a lawyer check it out, and sure enough, I had to pay handsomely, by the way, for that particular picture. So be very careful when it comes to using picture. But again, there are many free websites. I think Upsplash is another one. But just type in Google free royalty-free images, and you'll find a list of them. But again, I think we've covered that in previous courses before. But if you want, but again, Canva has some free ones there too. Some are paid. Pixabay, generally, you'll get some there as well, Upsplash and different things along those lines. So just check those out. Make sure you have the right to use it. So now here, I'm talking about 7 things you do every day. I have a bold headline: you can't be successful without mastering your day. And then I list 7 things. By the way, those are good stuff. People like steps. 7 things to 7, 5, 3, 10, whatever it is. So anything that has to do with steps, how to, those are always good blog titles. So if you write about marriage, you can write let's say 5 surefire ways to disaster-proof your marriage. If you are dealing with nonprofit and you have a cause and you want people to support it, you can say, for example, 5 things you need to know about X, Y, and Z agency, whatever your nonprofit is. Those in the ministry space, religion, spirituality, faith, 10 tips you need to be a successful pastor. Five strategies to pray bold, effective prayers, or something along those lines. Okay, so I have these 7 steps. What you can do is break them up so that way you put something in the middle. So it's not like you just read them all at the same time. You could even put a video there or something. But notice here, right? I have a banner that talks about a course. Now, this course is not mine. So this is where now I'm promoting someone else's stuff. But this is where affiliate marketing comes in. We cover that in Monetize Your Skill. Affiliate marketing is pretty much where, and of course, you should promote things that you believe in, that you use, that you recommend. Now, I know the owner of this, and I have other courses from him as well. So this is a good program, so I recommend this one. So generally, if someone were to click on that and go and buy it, then the owner, not the person, but the owner of this would remunerate me. Generally, they give me about 50, 30, 40, 50% commission. I like doing 50 more than others, but whatever the price is, they'll normally pay me 50% on that. Okay. And here we have, for example, I'm citing like Rolls Royce. I mentioned these here, right? You got to take care of your body like that. So, but those are external. Now, if I were blogging for high paid or high network people like Forbes magazine. Now, when they click on that to go to Forbes and Rolls Royce, now that probably would be they would remunerate me as well, but I'm not affiliated with them at all. But generally, those clicks are for referring traffic to other websites and different things along those lines. So right there, you see how you monetize in your website. So now the first example I showed you, I was monetizing my own. Now I'm monetizing using other people's stuff as well. So this product is somebody's and I'm doing my own as well. So right below here, action steps after that. Hey, you want to do something extra? Here's my book, Strategic Secrets. So now again, you see, so I'm not interfering much with their content or their reading or their education, but between. So notice I gave them some good information here, disrupt it just a bit. Then, hey, you have 5 tips. Then I have a picture. After that, here's some action steps. Now you're ending, but always end with what's the next step. The next thing I want you to do, I want you to be able to go now and get my book. Voila, they click on that, so I keep them longer on my website. Here's the related post again, so they can click on something else there that may pique their interest based on what they just read. Okay, alrighty. And then of course on the side here we have popular posts. These are pretty much your most popular blog posts. You can put those in there, or normally some programs and themes and softwares automate this process. The ones that may have the most comments, most clicks, or whatever, they can put that on there. But again, also people can even click on this one and see my most recent ones. Notice again the similar elements right below. They can share this blog post. Every post, I want them at the end to be able to share it. So now you're helping it to what? Reach more people again, because we're talking about how to impact more people, how to make income. So notice income right here. We have one product, 2 products on this page. Then impact, well, this is powerful information. 7 powerful things you can do every day. We're talking about start your day with prayer, meditation, plan your day, drinking water, exercising, eating a balanced stuff, and these different things, going to bed, prayer, and those type of things. So that to me is helpful. So I'm impacting people's life here. So I'm not ashamed to share this because I know it's blessing someone. Now let's look at one more in health. So basically, this can apply to anything that you do. Already, anything that you do, you can actually use this strategy. So let's go to the other one real quick. I'm going to show you one more in health, and then after that, I'm going to share with you 2 in what's that? Let's say finances. So now, another one related to health. 10 food hacks that help achievers lower fat. So this is all about health, but it could be yours. You can even model my stuff. For example, you can have 10 success habits of high achievers. Already? 10 things that every wife must know to make her husband happy. 10 things to do if you want to have smart and well-behaved children. 10 whatever it may be. 10 ministries that you should support tomorrow. Or 10 things our local church is doing that you should know about or that you should support. Okay? Something along those lines. You get the picture. Alrighty, so again, same thing. We have our picture. We're talking about food, so we have something that is talking about food, and we're talking about low in fat. Here, the picture is even telling you that because the picture here is oatmeal, and then we have strawberries. Oatmeal is known to help lower fat as well. So even that is a deliberate choice of what picture we chose there, because I think we're also going to mention it somewhere in the blog post. So again, we are seeing how all these things work together. Now, you see, I have another little quotations in the beginning here. I have 2 paragraphs like the one before, the blog before. Notice right here, now I have again, weight loss formula. Click here. So now when they click on that, it's going to show them a program about using coconut oil to help lose weight and so forth. So that is someone else's product. A similar thing. If someone were to click on there, hey, I'm helping them. It's talking about weight loss and low in fat. So this is addition, because some people might want more information. Some folks don't want to read, they want to go take some more videos and stuff. So this is helping them. So when they click on that, similarly, it doesn't cost the person anything because they're gonna have to buy the course or buy the book or whatever it may be anyhow. So why not be remunerated for it? Again, the owner of this will remunerate me via PayPal. 50% if the person were to buy this particular stuff. So that's monetizing your stuff. Then we give them the tips. On this one, unfortunately, I list every all the 10 tips, right? But again, it's good if you break it up. But I kind of did that because this one is you know, shorter. These, the tips are generally shorter. But again, what are the things that help lower fat? We talk about using herbs, using veggie foods, quinoa. So listen, like this right here now, they go on Amazon, but I'm also an Amazon affiliate. So when I talk about quinoa, if they click on this and they want to go find quinoa on Amazon, whatever quantity they purchase, Amazon will give you 4 to 6% of the commission on that. Again, it doesn't cost the customer anything because they're going to be using this anyways. So, but Amazon says, thank you, Chance, for sending customer my way. Here is a little something for your hard work. Okay, salad dressing. So you don't have to do that for everything, of course, but I'm just showing you how I monetize with blogs. And that's why I need to get back to blogging, because it is really lucrative, because it's a blessing when you can bring people to your website, give them information, but then many of them want to take action. So again, I'm telling you how to lower fat. You're going to need some of these things. So if they're going to be using, let's just say, replace ground beef and pork with tempeh, seitan, and TVP. So where can we find that? I need to add that, but I don't know where to get it in my local store. Well, Amazon has it. So click on there. It goes over to Amazon. And again, similar thing. I refer the traffic to Amazon. Amazon says, thank you for referring the traffic. Doesn't cost the reader anything, because they're going to buy it anyways. But Amazon says, thank you. So why not? It's a win-win for everyone. But here's another thing. Whenever I wrote this, of course, coconut was a big thing. Coconut oil was a very big thing. So here I have two products about honey and coconut. And these are two books that people can download, but then they have a course that goes along with it. And again, similarly, those are other people's products. These are not mine. But again, my wife is big into health. She's a vegan, I'm vegetarian. And so she just published a health book. I helped my mom publish a health book. But and so we are a health advocate. I'm a lifestyle coach. So though it's not my main thing, but I do love to talk about health, and I do write about health. I write for a local magazine here as well on health. So I'm recommending these two products because I believe, again, at that time too, coconut oil was a big, big thing. Everybody's doing the coconut milk, coconut this, coconut that. So I'm like, hey, so this is relevant. You see how you use, again, trends, and you're able to offer stuff like that. So similarly there. And you can't see this here, but this really is supposed to be another opt-in page. So what that tells me is my provider here is having problems. So that's another, so I need to go correct that. Alrighty, so let me show you, that's on health. Let me show you something else that looks more for professionals, business owners, and those type of things. Because some people say, well, it doesn't apply to me. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So let's go over now to two products here. I blogged about these two things. This one 2017. So this was 2 years ago. Now, I share with you these two because these during this year, these were my highest, I guess, commissions that I ever made online when it comes to promoting a product. Made several thousands of dollars here because these were high ticket items, because people wanted to get into these particular courses. So this one was about, again, starting your online business this year. So again, but here, what I'm doing here now, I'm not blogging in the sense of a regular blog, because I know someone is offering this training. I was also a member of this training when it first came out. Actually, I bought it when it came out for I think maybe $300, less than $500. But by the time a year or so later, it had gotten popular, and now he was selling this for like $3,000. So that was a huge commission to be made on this. So here I am not blogging in the traditional sense. I am actually reviewing. So I am using my blog to review a product, and by reviewing that product, of course, I'm showing you what it does for you, why I recommend it. And then if you want to try it, you go get it. Now, when they do that, of course, again, the owner of this course will remunerate me for sending them traffic and someone who bought their course, which again is win-win. Now, I want to share with you, we will have a training specifically on affiliate marketing. because when you do stuff like this, you should actually have a in your let's see down here to the bottom, you have your privacy policy or disclaimers. I have those in my disclaimers that again, some of the links that you click on this page are affiliate links, and by doing so, I will be remunerated. And again, Amazon has one by default that you must let people know that if you are recommending a product and you are getting remunerated, then you should be transparent about that as well. So, but most people generally know that. But if they don't, again, FTC regulation stipulates that we should be doing that. So I put that sometimes, depending on what it is, I'll put it in the bottom here. Sometimes I put it in some emails, but it's always here. It's here. It should be in the privacy and the disclaimers section. Okay, so yeah, so this is a great product. So again, big bold headline. So I'm talking about somebody else's program, what it can do for you. So this is pretty much not me writing about my expertise per se, but I am writing because this is what my followers want. They want to know how to do these things. So I'm recommending a product that will help them. And the reason I chose this product is because it is widely successful. Okay, very, very, very successful. So I don't just promote anybody's thing. I promote stuff that works and generally that I use and I'm a part of. So like I said, I use this particular course myself. The second one is similar to it. This one at that time had the highest grossing online product launch. This was about a year, let me see, no, maybe 2 years ago, three, let's see, I don't know the date on that one. Probably about at least 2 years, no more than 4 years, but between 2 to 3 years ago. So Attic again released this called Publish Academy. Now I'm in this course. I was, again, I'm using this. So I believe that it will be a blessing and help people. So I promote it. This is the one for 3,000. Now he made $11 million in just a few weeks promoting this course, not for months and years, just a few weeks promoting this. So many people believed in this course that they all helped him to promote it. And this was where I think I received the highest online commission for recommending any product because, again, thousands of people bought into this course. And like we said, at that time, it was the highest grossing product launch ever on the internet. He made $11 million promoting this. So anyhow, again, notice I put right here, it's a review. So how am I reviewing? I'm talking about the person who's doing it. He's giving away a book. So of course, I'm recommending you download the book, which is again adding value. So you download the book for free and notice how it's a mixture, right? How the text flows, voila, divided by picture, big old picture. Then I have a video. So you see, this is the mashup now. The mashup here is you have your text, you have pictures, big old pictures, and then I have a video where I now am telling my own publishing experience of how I use his material to be able to do things. And by the way, this publishing is not book publishing, okay? This publishing is just digital publishing, using the internet and producing digital products program and so forth. But this is not book publishing. So if you were thinking it's strictly for book, no, it's not. This is not about book. So Digital Publishing Academy is about like, hey, this is what I'm doing. When you write anything online, that's publishing. So it's pretty much using the digital medium platforms to create different products, digital products in particular. So register for the free workshop. Again, you click there, that's the link. You come on down here, that's a banner. They click on that. All of these lead into a funnel. So when they click on that, they're going to download the book. Then the book is going to lead them into an online course. Your tracking link will always be there, so you don't have to worry. So when the person purchases, it already tells that person that, hey, Chance referred them to me, and so therefore for doing that, I'm going to bless him for that. And again, win-win situation. Same features down to the bottom. Here you have again your share for virality, for helping your stuff to go viral. Share Facebook, Twitter, and so forth. Those generally, don't worry about all of that. That if you, whatever software you use to mail your website or blog, generally have all of these type of things. So you don't have to worry about the what to do when it comes to that stuff. Okay, let's see what else. So that's about it. That's about it. So I share with you several things on what you can do to blog effectively. Again, this one here, At the very bottom is really where I collect emails again, but it's not showing here, so that just shows something is wrong with my. Well, I think I disconnected from that. This is let's see here. Well, I'm using Kartra for everything now, so that's probably an old stuff there that is not clicking over. So I need to put in a new opt-in form right there. But again, on the right side, notice my blog is collecting emails. My blog is blessing people by creating relevant content. And my blog is also created income because I have other products of my own and other people's that I recommend and so forth. So that's it. That's it. Let's see if we can come back on screen here. So we want to stop sharing. Turn off screen share. Voila, I'm back. I am back. I hope you guys and gals stuck with me there on that. Now, again, these trainings are normally 1 hour, so we have 10 more minutes. So let me just answer a few questions for you. So if you want to learn more of these different things, like I said, strategic secrets, we offer a lot of courses, books, and all of these things about whatever we're teaching. My good friend Erica Nino, who we helped a few years ago to publish a book, she has something called Online Profit Secrets, very short book. I think it's less than 120 pages for sure. You can read that, get more information. My own personal book, Monetize Your Skills, shows you and tells you about some of these things as well: affiliate marketing, blogging, podcast, whatever it is. It shows you 7 different ways to be able to create income using online. So I think I've lived up to our presentation. We talk about how to blog effectively during this training webinar. We talked about how to make an impact by creating relevant content for people. So you can do text, you can do videos, you can do audios, whatever it is, but put them all together on a blog, so that way you are creating content that is searchable on Google and that people can be blessed. So create things that you believe in, that are related to your business, your ministry, your charity, whatever it is. Make sure that whatever you do is complementing your mission, your message, and your cause. Make sure that if you have other people who write blog posts for you, which I do from time to time, not many, but I do have some people sometimes that will contact me and say, hey, can I offer one of these articles to your subscribers? And of course, I allow that if it is in harmony with what we are talking about. So some of the books that we have: Strategic Secrets, we have Monetize Your Skills. Those are what we're all about. Any questions? If not, send me an email. If you need help setting up your blog, let us know. We'll be able to send you some information. Otherwise, you can go to strategicsecrets.com and you can check out some of our books, some of our courses. Just go there and join the movement. This is 2020, folks. You got to make a difference in this world. People are online. People are not reading as they used to. People want information that they can access right away. So I want you to be able to go and create your blog this year. If you have not had a blog, this is time for one. If your organization, your charity, nonprofit does not, you need to have a blog. If your church does not have one, you need to have one. If you are a minister, professional, or anyone who is leading out or whatever, you have people following you or depending on you for information, education, and expertise, please, you owe it to them to create a blog this year. Trust me. When you do that, like I share my blog on different websites, I share my blog on Facebook, people share it. That's now creating an impact because that's a ripple effect. Okay. So like, I guess even today, I think I shared a blog post in 20 different groups today. Now, those are people all around the world. They're not just here where I'm in the US, they're all around the world. So that's what we're talking about, impacting life. And because we believe we are blessing people, there's nothing wrong with being remunerated. Now, we're not milking folks, but what we're saying is that while they're being blessed, reading the content, we want them to take their lives to the next level. Because again, a short blog post, 300 words, may not, just some basic tips. But if they want to go deeper, that's why you owe it to them to be able to share with them how they can go deeper, how they can extend that message, and how they can, become an expert in their own right. So if you're talking about health, don't just leave them hanging. Hey, you just told them a few tips, but here is a course, here is a coupon to go and get yourself checked out or something like that. And by doing that, you probably can get remunerated. Now, just think about it. Let's just break down a few numbers here. For the sake of time, we're going to stay on track. But here's the thing, for example, let's just say hypothetically, you get 1,000 people that click from a YouTube or Facebook post, YouTube video, whatever, and they came to your blog post, okay? They come to your website, they're reading an article, right, about something that you do. Then, out of that 1,000 people that clicked over there, 100 of them went and made a decision to buy a product. Let's say, even if it's a t shirt or let's say it's a course or something, but let's just say 100 people, okay, bought something for, let's say, $100, okay? Now, if those 100 people bought something, let's say it was what, $5, that's $500. If it's 50, then you're talking about more, right? We do five, we going now. So now again, 100 times 100, you do the math. Now, even if you went smaller, let's just say hypothetically, 1,000 people, you blessed 1,000 people. Now they came to the website, they were blessed, they read something, you did it, you made an impact for that day. Amen. I'm glad we touched 1,000 people. Let's just say 10 of them decided to buy a product for even $10. Well, you just made $100 that it just came. That's your hard work that you put in. Let's say you do that for all week long. Each day folks are coming, you made $100. That's $500. Hey, not bad for a blog post that you don't even have to go back and do anything with. That's what we're talking about. How you can consistently monetize over time your content. Okay. So I have these things, vice versa, that works. They refer people to my books and courses, and Amazon send them back to my website. By the way, this is another thing. Amazon allows you, you can integrate your blog feeds into Amazon, your Amazon author profile. If you're on here, let me see on here. We have some authors on here. If you have a an Amazon profile, and you are not connecting your blog posts to it, then you are missing out on traffic. So again, people do check you out. They want to buy your book. They see you on Amazon. Okay, we see this person is doing this stuff, but hey, here's some of their blog posts. So instead of them buying your little $5 or $10 book, what if they come over to your website from that blog post and they were able to buy a course for $500, $1,000, and so forth? Now we see how this thing can become a blessing. So if you want an example, just go to Amazon, type in Randy Chance, look me up, and then you will see on my Amazon author page, Author Central, you will be able to see my blog post. All my latest blog posts, they will be there. Because every time I post something on my blog, it automatically shows up on Amazon as well. So now we are doubling the traffic or traffic potential. Okay. So how can we help you? Please, I want you to do a couple of things this year. Number one, please continue to support us and share this. Now, I'm calling for our community to help promote the community by, if you're blessed, when you receive the emails for joining the webinar, registering, share it, send it to your friends, send it to a family member, colleague, anyone. Because if you are blessed by it, chances are they will be blessed as well. We would like you to be able to benefit more of our in-depth training and courses. So you can always get resources from our website. Just go to strategicsecrets.com and click on our books or university and join the course. Now, I have something special what we want to do. In this year, what we're trying to do is, instead of you buying multiple courses, we would like you to become an ambassador. If you become an ambassador by just, you're going to be, that's a monthly program, think Netflix and these type of things. Now, every course that we create, you will have access to it. Every book that we create, you will have access to it. So you don't have to keep buying each and every one. If that's something that interests you, check it out as well when you go to strategicsecrets.com/ambassadors and learn more about that particular program. Okay, if there are no other more questions, let me see real quick here. I know tonight was a mouthful. I hope that you guys will see my screen effectively. Of course, I'm going to go back, check it out, make sure that everything was clear. If not, then I will edit it for the replay. Okay, let me just do a quick refresh here. Alrighty, my good folks, may the good Lord bless you and have a wonderful weekend. I will see you on next week. Take care. Bye-bye.